Hi everyone, Pi here. I'm doing an unboxing video today. I was lucky enough to secure a new 5080 in the launch yesterday during the madness. They didn't last very long, or the sales for them didn't last very long anyway. I've been pretty lucky with the graphics cards the last couple of generations. I got a 3080 just about at launch. I think I only had like a week wait. Managed to pre-order one and secured a 5080 yesterday. I know not everyone was as lucky. The launch has been a shit show. Stock levels have been really poor for 5090, especially like single digits. People calling it a paper launch or whatever. I don't disagree. They were really hard to come by. I got mine from CCL in the UK. I bought a lot from CCL over the past I got a 2080 Super from them. I got my 3080 from them. Board, processor, everything else in my current rig from them. Some stuff for the new one came from them too. And I got this on launch. I'll gloss over the debate about whether you should get one of these or not later. I'm coming from a 3080, so you know it's not complete and pointless upgrade. I know the performance uplift this generation hasn't been great, but here we are, and I've got one. So I've gone for the MSI Gaming Trio OC. If you can find any cards at MSRP, good luck to you. Obviously, you know, scalpers are irrelevant when the actual retailers are scalping you already. The palette 5080, that's supposed to be an MSRP card, and it was like over £1,100 on overclockers yesterday. So good luck getting one from MSRP. The Founders Edition on the Nvidia site were gone like that. So yeah. So this is just an unboxing video today. I know I've done these for I did a controller in the past, and that was really well received. Much more so than my other content. And with these being pretty rare, and even kind of reviewers not getting their hands on many partner cards, thought I'd just do an unboxing. I'm not gonna do a review or anything. I'm not a review channel. I might do a video of my new PC or something and show some temps or whatever, talk about that when it's finished being built. It's the last piece to go in it, so 9800X3D in the Fractal North XL, so there should be plenty of room for this, but I'll get this open. We can then take a look at what's inside, and yeah, we can go from there. So I like MSI cards. My last my 3080 is an MSI Ventus. That's what I could get at the 3080 launch. Before that, I had a Gigabyte card. Now I'm not too keen to that. I had a lot of coil wine on that card, and I think I had a Gigabyte card previously to that when I had I think it was a 1060 I had, and it was yeah, that was really whiny as well. So I'm really put off Gigabyte cards now. MSI I've been, touch wood, it hasn't gone in the system yet, but really good for me. I was tempted by an Asus one there, so but I've got this now. Anyway. This is, remember how you used to get like a support bracket for your card? Well, this isn't a bracket anymore. This is like a little extendable kind of, I don't know, a jack, I guess. It functions like a jack. How do you unscrew it? No? You unscrew that. Oh, and that just slides out. Okay, so that can, that can extend 3-4 inches high, so if that's the kind of clearance you've got between your card and the base of your case, you're okay. That's as high as you get. It's got a little rubber foot on it. That's a little rubber top. I don't like it. I think that sucks. Yeah, I'm not sure I like that, but there you go. That's what you get. You don't get a big hefty support bracket. I'm pretty sure with the Ventus I got like another two rack, whatever the hell, 2 slot bloody bracket with it, which doesn't fix. I've got the Crystal Corsair Crystal 280, so it's too small to fit that in. So I've improvised and have kind of built something like this, 3D printed something like that to support it. But I don't know. I don't like that. I prefer. Maybe I'll get a different support bracket for it. I don't know. Cable next. See what we've got here in terms of the cable. What's that on the back? Make sure you carefully align the power connector to the socket before plugging it in. Ensure the connector clicks in place. Using force or any kind of bending may cut. So the 12 VH PWR connector. I'll just 12 pin power. I'm going to call it from now on because I'm not saying that full acronym all the time. Obviously that standard was a shit show. The connectors were melting. The 40 series cards, all the rest, and this is saying leave 25 to 40 mil of cables from the connector straight to prevent any possible damage. 25, so it's at like an inch and a bit, right? Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold, so if I'm sniffing, I apologise. This looks shit. So this end, you know, where you got your regular PCI connectors in, look how chunky that is. That seems, you know, you've got your pins here, you've got this big shroud of plastic that doesn't bend, and then, you know, taped braided cable. I really like the braided cable. Yeah, okay, that's great. You know, they are quite flexible, but that's really good. Look, you can put a bend on that, and that bit of plastic prevents any strain. This end, however, has a piece of tape and then a really tiny bit on the 12 HP connector. That is awful. I wouldn't want to bend. So what, you got like, what, an inch? That's probably the tape. You know, keep the tape straight, and even then, like the radius on that bend isn't really good. I wouldn't want to bend that any more than that. That's, see, you're gonna have like where the connector is, then like another inch to your side panel. I've got a lot of room. The North XL is a really big, spacious case. I don't think I'm going to have a problem, but if you've got anything smaller or trying to fit this in, you're going to have to buy a right angle cable or another cable, because that is, you're not bending that very much. That is, that's pretty shit. Okay, what else have we got in here? The card itself. Oh, hang on. Get the paperwork out the way first. Regulatory notices, quick start guide, and that's it. I remember once upon a time where you might have a little cheat in there with a promotional code to redeem to buy a game or whatever, and it doesn't seem to be the case anymore. I don't think Nvidia's got any promotions on health. See when I register the card and see if see what happens. Okay, let me get this out of the way. The card. Bye-bye. It doesn't feel too heavy. I don't know what the weight. I haven't got scales to hand or anything to measure things with, so I won't decide how heavy it is. I know I've seen reviews of the FE edition of the 5080s. They've been like 1.8 kilos or something. This probably similar. I don't know. It doesn't feel that heavy. I've certainly had heavier cards, but it does look nice. Like, that shroud's lovely, and you know, I'm not gonna go over the MSI spiel about the, you know, arc fans or whatever, circular arc technology and the fans or whatever. But it's nice. I mean, it looks good if you want that's going to mount it that way. I think the this one has like a kind of diagonal for the RGB. Oh, there it is. It's that way. I can see it. 3 lines there for the RGB. That creeps around the side as well. I know it's got the plastic on, so you can't really see it. It's fresh out the packet. I apologise. But I'm mounting it traditional way. So traditional mounting. That's what I'm going to see. It's okay. I'm used to that. The Ventus was very similar, where it had kind of an insert here with a logo on. GeForce down here. It's moved up there. You saw all the fins. Aluminium fins. Whatever it's made of. I guess aluminium. And that backplate's really nice. It's really solid. I like this. I think these are all like RGB too. So I'll see that in that mounting orientation in the card. I'll get that kind of view. That's great. This probably lights up, I guess. Yeah. And that's the back. So it is a 2.5 slot GPU. So it's not a big 3 slot monster or whatever. I think, you know, my old Ventus was just over 2 as well, about the same sort of size. But in terms of length, this is a lot bigger than my old Ventus. So it's a good job I bought a bigger case, because this probably wouldn't go in the Corsair Crystal 280 that I've got unless I took a front fan out. So yeah, that's a big boy. But that back panel, I really like that. I love the look of that. It's really great. Flow through design for the back. Obviously, the Founders Edition, the PCBs in the center, and the heat pipes and the fins stack all radiate out, so it blows through. I know they've got a cable to get the I/O to the back. Third-party cards, I think the majority of them have moved the PCB to the front. So PCB's here, and then the cooler extends out the back to blow through. That's obviously blowing warm air into the case and onto the CPU and right above it. And you know, I've got my rad mounted in the top on the build down to my left. See how that affects the temperatures. You know, under load, I was getting like 58 average from the 9000X3D that's in the new build. I'll maybe rerun that stability test again just to see if I'm getting a similar kind of figure, if this is under load. We'll see. I'll keep an eye on that. But it's a good looking card, I think. I'm happy with how it looks. It will fit in nicely. So the power connector is actually recessed here. I don't know if you can pick that up very well, but it's got a bit of a recess, like my fingernail width. How does that fit with the cable? Okay, that's clicked in. I don't know if you can see that, but essentially it's recessed by just about the length of the kind of black plastic on the end of the cable, and then just the tape sticking out. So that is putting a little bend on the end of the connector there. I really wouldn't want to bend that any more than that. You're probably looking at what? You're gonna need another 2 inches clearance on this card, I think, to get it in a case. If you're doing anything smaller than that, you're gonna have to replace that. I don't know if you're gonna get a right angle connector that will be compatible because it is recessed. So yeah, maybe consider that when you got. It's quite solid to get out, which is reassuring because I think the cable's been not very well seated was a cause for some of the combustion last time. So this has the different operating modes. It's got a switch for it, but it is a tiny little switch there on the PCB. It's not. I've got big fingers. It's not easy to switch across, right? So you got silent or gaming modes. I guess I'm probably just gonna leave it in gaming, but I don't know. I guess that adjusts the fan curve on the board or something. I'll check to see what that does and play around with that. I probably wouldn't want to reach in and be touching this while it's on, since you've got like a centimeter of PCB before you can even get to that little tiny switch. Even on that palette, I saw a review of the base palette card on Overclock 3D yesterday, and that was a push button, like just a clicky push button right next to the power supply. That would have been much better. I'd have expected a better solution from MSI, to be honest. You're paying a lot for these cards and for their brand, so yeah, that's a bit disappointing. But hey, that's the card. I like it. It looks like good build quality. I'll see what the temperatures are when I get it up and running and test some games out. Gonna play through new Indiana Jones game. I started on 3080. I stopped when I knew the release date for these because I thought I'll play it in all its glory. Probably going to give Alan Wake a go too. I didn't play the first one, but the second one visually looks incredible, so I can't just use this for Warcraft, right? That would not be a very good investment. So that's it. Should you buy one? If you're on a 40 series, no. If you've got a 4090, definitely not. This is the first time in ages that a next gen 80 series hasn't beaten 90 series from the previous gen. Not the first time, I'm sure it's happened before, but it's certainly been the trend for a while that you get that performance uplift. 15% over a 4080 and a 4080 Super. Yeah, if you're on 40 series, don't buy this card. Simple as. I'm coming for a 3080, so I'm getting a pretty good uplift. The price of them is astronomical. I had budgeted for the right amount, fortunately, but you're not getting these anywhere near MSRP for card. You know, even on the Founders Edition went straight away. Didn't even see the button change. I know I got a friend that was trying to get one of those cards. Absolutely no shot. They were gone straight away. The palette and other kind of third-party cards that were supposed to be at MSRP card, they were on sale for like with 170 quid markup on overclockers yesterday, pretty much 140 quid or something. You couldn't get them for cheaper than 1,100 pounds. And I think MSRP over here for a Founders Edition or for a reference model is what, 970, 980. So yeah, you're getting a markup anyway. Who needs scalpers, right? When you've got actual retail outlets that are gonna hike the prices for you. So good luck getting one at all. Like I said, that my friend was trying to get one yesterday. He managed to get an Asus card. He's looking at 2 to 12 weeks for delivery on one that he's pre-ordered. So if you can get one, good luck. Scalpers are out there. Buyer beware. I saw a video earlier today of somebody stood outside of a Micro Center in the US while people were still queuing for 50 series cards. They had a 5090 in their basket. They were advertising. A queue of people in the background still waiting to buy cards that they couldn't get because they didn't have stock. This guy's in the car park with a 5090 in a trolley saying he's got one for sale. $5,500 for a 5090. There's more of these out there. The 5090 stock was even more restricted, but there's going to be these going for a lot more money. People are going to scalp you, so beware. You're going to get ripped off. It's not a good buy if you're coming from a 40 series. But yeah, just be careful if you are buying one. But anyway, I'm happy with my purchase. This looks really good quality. I'm going to get it in a new system and get that booted up and tested at some point soon. This cable, you're probably going to want to. I'm certainly going to get a third-party cable to replace this because I really don't like that, and I've got a big enough case where it's probably not going to be an issue. That is absolute shit. I'm definitely going to replace this because that is garbage. I mean, it's stable. It's not even that stable. Okay, that I didn't have it completely locked off. Hang on. Right, that's completely locked off. That is not secure. Look at that. That is just me left-handed. I'm right-handed, so my left hand, and I can collapse that. Probably going to hold your card up, but I expect something a little better than that. That is pretty terrible, to be honest. But hey, I didn't pay that much money for that little stumpy riser block. I paid it for this, and you can argue all day about whether it was worth the money or not. But ultimately, I bought it. I'm happy. So there we go. So yeah, I'll probably stream some playthroughs of stuff sometime soon. If you have any questions about the card, about what it came with, where I got it from, or anything like that, you want me to kind of tell you since I've got my hands on one, great. Again, it's the MSI Gaming Trio OC. It's like 2.7 gig boost clock, so that's the OC. It's not a massive uplift, like 100 megahertz uplift versus the FE boost clock. Jay's 2 cents did a video on overclocking the FE yesterday, and I think he got that to like 3.2. So there is overclocking headroom certainly in the FE. So they're NVIDIA first party cards though. They probably save some of the better bins of the GPUs for themselves, but this is more of a premium product, like the mid range. I know it's not the Supreme and whatever MSI's top one is, but it's certainly a level below that. I'd be expecting a pretty decently bin chip for that, so maybe I can overclock and get something out of that. I might do another video on that at some point. But yeah, like I say, I'm not going to do any testing videos or anything. But if you do want me to do anything with this card or respond to anything, just let me know in the comments. But that's it. Should you buy a 5080 or should you buy a 50 series at all? Who knows? 5070 Ti is probably the better value proposition. I think that'll be a good uplift on the previous gen, hopefully. The 5080 is just in a weird spot. It's a bit over 40 series, but coming from 30 series, certainly have a look at that. But that's it from me. Thanks for watching. Any comments, let me know below. Till next time, see ya.